Alright gang, I'm back. We're starting with the Ebony stock half track now, starting on the sides. You can see down here on the belt, I have a multicam condor pouch here. Picked this up at the local Army Navy. So I love this pack. The belt has all the molly webbing too. In this pouch I carry a pair of binos in there. On the side of the Condor bottle holder pouch, I have a smaller pouch with a military lens-added compass. I also have a Coyote Leatherman pouch with molly strapping with my Leatherman surge in there. In this pouch, got a full Nalgene bottle with a cup. Cup fits over it perfectly, and the whole thing fits inside of this pouch very nicely. It's a much nicer fit. In the original pack, I went with the 511 version of this. It was a very, very snug fit, and it didn't have the outer compartment on here. And in this compartment, I keep 2 of these Esbit stoves with a bunch of fuel. And also attached to this, if you can see it here, is a Night Eyes little carabiner with a bottle opener. Pop open a cold one in the field. Have a carabiner, black tactical aluminum locking gate on the side. And this side pouch. Now this pouch runs the entire length of the bag. I mean, you can get your entire arm in there. It does have these pouches here that it tells you on the website you can put a bottle in, but once you fill this outer pouch, these become pretty useless. In here, I've got a bunch of these guys. This is French toast. They're like little freeze-dried, vacuum-sealed sandwiches. Not freeze-dried, they're actually sandwiches in here. Kind of MRE style. Best used by 2016. I found these at Dick's. They come in a pack of 2 for like $3. These are French toast. I probably have about a dozen of these in different flavors in the bag. Take up no space at all. They're very thin, full of calories. Let's see some of the stats on here. 330 calories for one. So, 2 or 3 of these a day keep you going. I also have in this side pouch one walkie-talkie. This is a Midland. This is weatherproof. I have another one on the other side in a pouch. I'll show you that once we get to that side. Always want comms, especially if traveling with somebody. Now another redundancy item. Backup to my Becker BK7, which is on a tactical tailor pouch. This is the Mora knife. They did a conjunction with Light My Fire, where in the handle there is a ferro rod. Very cool. I did a review of this also. Go check her out. Lightweight, takes up no space. Backup to have. Continuing with another redundancy item. In addition to the ability to boil water, I also have a Lifestraw in here. Pop this into your water source. Water source. Can't talk. And you suck it out through the straw in here. This I didn't review yet, but I've seen many videos on this. It's a very, very good product to have. So, in addition to boiling, I've got the Lifestraw. Now, this is the lid that I showed on my previous videos. This lid I found on XDM50's YouTube channel. He was reviewing this. This is actually a spare part for some coffee pot they sell. I tried to find a link to it. It doesn't exist anymore. I wanted to tell you guys about it. I think one of my original videos I had a link in there, but I'm not sure. I can't find it anymore. So if you ask me, I really don't know where I got it any longer. I'd have to go back 100 videos and look at XDM50's YouTube channel to figure out where he got it. But I do have 2 of these, one in this bag and one in the get home bag. And these fit perfectly on the lid of the cup I showed you in this pouch. So you can bring your water up to a boil quicker. That way you preserve your fuel. Very important to have that. I mean, if you don't have that, you can use tin foil, whatever. 3 little rolls of toilet paper. That's a must. A little Light My Fire spoon, fork with a little serrated side here to use as a knife. Get all the way down here. This bag, again, another redundancy item, some water purification tablets. There's a can opener in here. There's electrolyte tabs in here, creamer, sugar, coffee, bouillon cubes, salt, pepper, and a couple of those emergency powdered drinks to add to the water, full of vitamins. It's a good pick-me-up to have. So those items are what I have in this bag. And that is it. Oh, lied. Okay, another redundancy item. So in addition to the ability to boil, purifying tablets, and the straw, I've got a stereo pen in here. Take CR123A batteries, UV light, pop it in your water, hold it down for a few seconds, press it once for 1 liter, twice for a half a liter. And it'll sterilize your water. I haven't reviewed this yet, but go look it up. Very, very important item to have. If you can't make a fire, you got to purify water. You have this. Can't make a fire, you have to purify water. You have your pen. You know, again, if you're traveling with multiple people and you'll have to hydrate at the same time, you have the ability to do so. So one guy could be boiling, one guy could be drinking with this, someone else can use the tablets, etc. You know, again, you don't know how long you're going to be out there. You lose something, something breaks, you run out of batteries, you have the ability to do what you have to do. All right, I said my piece on that. Let me pause her right here, pack up this side, and then we'll swing her around. All right, gang, we're back. Here's the other side. Over here is a tactical Taylor radio pouch. Has the other mid-lid inside of it. Over here we have our multicam pouch with our 511 ATAC L2. Did a review of this. Great light. Check out that video. Another bottle with another cup. There's another redundancy. 2 stoves, 2 cups, ability to boil water at the same time. One could be for drinking, one could be for cooking something. And on this side I actually have a couple Cliff Bars. I have more fuel for my 2 little stoves in the other pouch. And then here again, redundancy, Frontier emergency water filter. Pop the straw in and you can drink right out of your water source. Again, this, you know, the ability to be able to hydrate and purify water is second important to starting fires, if not equally as important. This outer pouch here is made by Hazard 8. It's a lot of companies are really not on the bandwagon of multicam yet, and when you do find it, it is very expensive. This pouch is just packed with all of my medical supplies. There's tourniquets in there, basic medications are in there, bandages, quick clot, you name it, it's in there. There's also charcoal tablets in there, God forbid it is some poisoning, antihistamines, etc. So that's what's in that pouch. Move it down. Opening this side, I have a pair of clear shooting safety glasses. Now these are important not just for weapon fire to protect your eyes, but if you're hiking in the night or hiking in general, going through a lot of brush, you want to protect your eyes from branches and whatnot. Very important to have. I have a deck of wilderness survival cards. They're regular playing cards with all kinds of survival facts on them. Good reference and some entertainment, and I believe they are waterproof. Just a quick little pamphlet with some wilderness first aid intel on it. Very thin, lightweight, no room. Good to have for reference. Some reading material in those board times. This I found at CountyCom. Just a little, let me get that out of here. Just didn't want to bang the tripod. I wrapped it with paracord myself. Nice little pry bar to have. In case you got to gain entry to something. Find some shelter. Nothing illegal. And they sell a separate Kydex sheath for it. Don't know the price of it. Didn't review it, but I have messed with it for applications at work, nothing to do with survival. Works great, very strong, rusts very fast. I might clean it up with some Ezox later on. CountyCom sells this, don't know the price, but it's a really cool item to have. Again, we got a whole mess of these guys. This is apple turnover, sweet and sour chicken, some more sweet and sour chicken, another apple turnover. Yeah, so this whole compartment is packed with those things. It's probably about, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, probably about a dozen, 12 to 15 of these guys I have in there. Take up no space, lightweight, a lot of calories. So after a long day on the trails or whatever you're doing, you have these guys to eat. Boil up some water, throw some bouillon in, make a little soup, whatever you got to do. Put these items back in here real quick. Yeah, these pouches are, this bag is very generous with space. That's why I love this bag. Another cool feature of this bag is on the side of these pouches, there's a channel on either side where you can put a hydration system or route a rifle down. And on this side, I just keep my U.S. Ontario knife machete with the saw back for branches, light branch work, vines, in case you got to clear your own path. You know, I wouldn't use this for chopping wood or batoning, like I showed in previous videos, because that is not what it's meant for. But in emergency, if this is all you have, you can use it to cut some lumber. But again, this is mainly for just clearing a path. And I got the OG sheath for it, which is sold separately by Rothco. I got one of these on pretty much all my bags and in the bug out vehicle. Alright, where are we at in time? 5 minutes. Okay, so I'm probably going to make 3 parts, probably about 10 minutes a piece, 15 minutes, whatever YouTube does, and then I'll freak out. So the top compartment here, top of the bag. This is just a little Maxpedition pouch with some spare sunglasses in there. This is a Maxpedition Cocoon pouch. Same pouch I had in one of my videos where I showed the survivor kit I made for the BK7, which I'll show you in here. Some little first aid stuff again, poison ivy, SPF 30 sunblock, chapstick, bug spray, these energy sheets for your tongue, and some more sunblock. Some masks in case there's something going on. You got to cover your face from particles, dust, debris, smoke. Have some masks in there. OD Black Hawk Shemagh, great head cover, covering your face, warmth, shelter, many uses for this. Having a Shemagh and a bunch of paracord is really invaluable. And a backup poncho. Alright, let me just pack this stuff back up and we'll get to the outside. Continue along with the outside.